talking about Sudan. We've seen a situation unfolding there, and we know that there have been some ceasefires, very fragile. From your perspective, what are the chances of this current ceasefire that's in place holding?
Yes, well, we're into the fourth ceasefire now, and there may be more, but the inherent situation in Sudan is not very favourable because the Wagner Group, who are active, of course, in Russia, the mercenary group that work for the Kremlin, they're very active in Libya. And they're working with Haftar, who is the breakaway general in Libya, and they're working with him, and they have some power in the border between Libya and Sudan. They're very active in Chad. And again, they're offering the RSF, the rebel of the two groups, the two military groups that are fighting. They're offering them weapons, maybe through Chad. They're very strong, the Wagner Group, in the Central African Republic. And one of the things that they're very interested in, Darfur, this whole area of Darfur, which 20 years ago was the scene of a genocidal civil war. There's a lot of gold in Darfur, a lot of gold mines. And the Wagner Group would love to get their hands through the RSF, through their client, on some of the rights to those gold mines. Already they have companies that put their money into the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. They've got lots of interest there. And so there's a lot of Gulf interest in what goes on. The Saudis are trying to calm the whole thing down. The United Arab Emirates have a stake with the RSF, one of the two generals who are fighting. So it doesn't look very good, because the Sudan is the centre of a lot of regional instability. One of the most useful areas might be south of this map, Kenya. The Kenyan president, Ruto, the new Kenyan president, would love to be a mediator, is trying to mediate, and the Kenyans might have some influence with the Saudis in trying to hold this thing together, but it will be difficult. And it's really it's a competition between two military generals. I mean, we know that the next ruler of Sudan is going to be a brutal military dictator, and they're competing between themselves. The Hemeti and Burhan are competing as to who shall be that brutal military dictator. It'll be one or the other. If it's Hemeti, then the Wagner Group will have a hold on Sudan that will be very bad. If it's this man, it won't be very pleasant, but it's probably a bit more capable of being damped down by the community. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks.